Special day today. You know, it is Mental Health Action Day, which is being marked across the country. I had a special guest joining me earlier in the program today just to talk about some advancements and some things to know for folks who may be dealing with some mental health issues. And we'll continue with this Mental Health Action Day with my next special in-studio guest that just also happens to be the same day as her monthly visit with us from Spirit Healing and Wellness. Lynn Pridmore is here. Good morning. Good to see you.
Hi, Bert. Good to see you.
And I've been wanting to get your perspective, of course, with Mental Health Awareness Month here, and you offer so many different things to so many people through your coaching, through your training, whether it's through Atlantic Health System, Rutgers University, the list goes on, of people that you've worked with, staff, personnel. You work with everyday people and bettering their lives. So let's put our focus for what Spirit Healing and Wellness is all about on the mental health front. So let's talk about that today, if we could.
Beautiful. Thanks, Bert. And I want to thank you with Wrnj for always bringing to light so much information. You know, gone are the days where we need to suffer in silence, as we were saying earlier. Exactly. So just some statistics that I'd like to share is that 1 out of 5 Americans are diagnosed with a mental illness, and that's diagnosed, not only people, the ones who are not being treated or diagnosed. Mental health accounts for 60 million primary care visits each year and 6 million ER visits annually. And the number one mental illness in the United States right now is anxiety, with 42.5 million adults diagnosed and 4.5 million children diagnosed with anxiety.
Those are big numbers. Yeah.
Huge, right? And depression, with 21 million adults and adolescents, 5 million. Again, diagnosed, not even the ones that are walking around depressed in life. So we know that compromised mental health can lead to compromised health physically, emotionally, relationally, financially, our overall quality of life. And I really truly feel that it begins with our thoughts. Mental health, all of life begins with what are we focused on? What are we not focused on? Where's our attention going, right? So mental health affects not only the individual going through it, but everyone around them.
That is very true.
Right.
That is a family and a support system. Everybody's impacted. You're right.
Employer, everybody. Absolutely. You're so right. And very often, many people with mental health conditions can have co-occurring conditions, right? The substance abuse centers that I work in, we see that so often and it's a blessing that substance abuse centers are recognizing this. And many of them, Rubicon, where I work for, they're expanding. So not only substance abuse, but a new facility for behavioral health, mental health, a new facility for adolescents. Sadly, it's needed, but thankfully, it's Atlantic Health, right? They just expanded their behavioral health center.
The resources are being put in, which is encouraging news.
Exactly. So important. So I feel that there are so many natural ways that we can boost our mental health, physically, mentally, emotionally, very easy things that we can do to implement.
Perfect.
Yeah, one of the things that I stand by, I really feel that gone are the days where we'll spend 30 years in a therapist's office. There's a lot of value in that for some people, but Bert, there is cutting edge research of the improvements that can so very quickly be made with neuroscience, right? With working with the brain, with the mechanics of the brain, how we're programmed, how we're wired, how those patterns got created, how our thoughts are, working that with energy work, the two of them together. We want to move the thoughts and move the body to move the situations and conditions out of the body. And there's so many ways that we can do that. Coaching with neuroscience, where we are looking at neuroplasticity and the wiring of the brain and bringing in something that is healthier and more desired by the individual. Mm-hmm. Being in community, we cannot state this enough. It's typically the last thing we feel like doing when we're feeling anxious or depressed, but even online communities where people can relate and feel seen and heard and being a part of something can be so useful.
Isolation fuels it, and we saw that during the pandemic. Now we got to go in the other direction. You're right.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, Bert. And so in person, virtual, phone conversations, just being in touch.
Just connect.
Exactly.
Connect with people. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I really feel that it's our responsibility to reach out to others when they're going through a tough
Absolutely.
time.
Oh, sure. I couldn't agree more.
Right? They may
Yeah.
not want to hear from us, but just even a little text with a heart,
Goes
just,
a long way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just a
you're
little
right.
something. So socializing, building our network, sunlight, boosting serotonin levels. Think about seasonal affective disorder.
That's a thing.
Right.
That's a real thing.
Typically here in the Northeast between November and April when
That's a tough stretch for some people.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we can bring in happy lights to naturally boost the chemicals in the body. Again, we speak just about every month on brain gut health, but those happiness hormones, the dopamine and serotonin, are produced in the gut. So if we have an unhealthy gut, we're not going to be able to produce the hormones that are designed to keep us healthy. Staying hydrated is huge. We want emotions to move through the body, not to be stuck. If we're not drinking, we have a greater opportunity to have those ways of being and the thoughts being stuck in our body. Being mindful of the foods that we eat, right? Tryptophan, which is found in turkey and tofu and salmon, gets converted into serotonin. So we can eat less processed foods, more whole foods to help bring that about. Physical activity to release those endorphins. Doesn't have to be an hour at the gym. We could do Qigong, we could do meditation, which also moves, not a physical activity, but yoga, stretching to move things through the body.
Every little thing has a benefit. You're right.
It does.
And I noticed that you did have your own bottle of water. You
I
are
do.
staying hydrated
Yes.
during this segment.
Exactly.
So look at that.
I feel that it's so important, so important. Also breath work is huge. I'm sure just about all your listeners have heard the benefits of breath work.
And you put us through a workout at one of the Mount Oliveria Chamber of Commerce. Okay, Lynn's going to teach everybody how to breathe, and a whole room just kind of like, okay, I'm ready. I feel good now. Let's do this, right?
And it makes such a difference. And I know it sounds silly, breath work, but you could look up conscious breath work. You could look up meditative breath work, whatever. Contact me. I'll get information to you.
There's a right way and a wrong way. You're right.
There
Yeah.
is. It's
Yeah.
not just taking that breath. It's doing it with the intention and moving things through the body. This cannot be stated enough. Do what brings you joy.
Yeah.
Laughter releases so many happy hormones in the body. It's fabulous chemistry. But find what brings you joy, right? Maybe it's meditation, reading, golf, exercising, pets, music, being in nature. Make sure what you're taking in is uplifting.
Family. You're always telling me about what your family is up
I
to.
know.
I can tell they bring you joy.
They
So that's
do.
important, right? Spend some time with them. Right?
Absolutely. Exactly. Supplement some things and always check with your personal healthcare practitioner. But if somebody's going through depression, anxiety, I highly recommend 5-HTP, selenium, tryptophan, probiotics, because again, that brain gut health can make all the difference.
Yeah.
Have a buddy that you can, I wanted to bring exercise into my day. I hooked up with a buddy. We go for a walk. She and I will walk throughout the week. I started wearing my Fitbit again, so I'm reminded of it. Have not accountability, but support.
That
right?
helps. Yeah.
It
yeah.
does.
Elevate each other, and you kind of inspire each other to keep moving.
Absolutely.
That's a great idea.
Absolutely. Now, some things that we can do also, I'm going to bring in the Eastern medicine, the energy work with this also, is when we place our hands on our cheekbones, just gently placing each hand right below your eye on your cheekbone. Oh my goodness, this is a part of the body that helps to release fear, anxiety. It brings in deep security. And in Jin Shin Jitsu, it's known as an escape from mental bondage.
So not like I'm bored holding my head up like in my hands.
Right,
Just do this. Okay.
Yeah, but you're right, because we're so intuitive
Right.
that we're holding the same place.
Right.
But just holding that cheekbone, both cheekbones, taking some deep breaths, helps to calm the body. Also, if you hold the outer wrist, if you take the pinky side of the wrist and you just play, like with your left hand, wrap your right hand around that left outer wrist, pinky side, oh my goodness, this immediately calms the nervous system, relaxes the mind, brings peace mentally. Remember, we say all the time that a relaxed mind will create a relaxed body, which gives the body a greater opportunity to heal.
Good stuff. I want people to contact you about some more ideas and some more mental health tips. How do they reach out to you? How do they do that?
Absolutely. Lynn Pridmore, they could contact me, Lynn, Lynn, at spirithealingandwellness.com. Lynn at spirithealingandwellness.com. They could go to my website, spirithealingandwellness.com. Also, please go to my YouTube channel where I have so many, more than 100 quick little videos to help you with your physical, mental, and emotional wellness. 3 to 4 minutes and you'll be feeling better in no time.
Yeah, check out the YouTube because I might even pop up in a few of those, I understand.
do.
I do, right? I'm lucky.
Yes.
Did you want to mention this while you're
Yes,
here as we
please
wrap up?
yes.
What is that about? Yeah.
So I run a whole bunch of series, all different classes, and my latest one, which is going to be starting the first week in June, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's one of the greatest personal development programs of all time. And what it does, you focus on a specific part of life, whether it's health, whether it's relationship, wealth. We all have areas of life that we're looking to improve. And following this, we're going to meet either Monday evenings, 7 to 8:30 on Zoom, or Tuesday mornings, 10 till 11:30. And when we work in the energy of a group, there is a whole other level of support that gets created. So
It's true.
Yeah, we'll be doing meditations, we'll be following the group, and we will be transforming our lives like crazy. So if
Good.
you're interested, reach out to me, Lynn at spirithealingandwellness.com.
Since this is Mental Health Action Day, do it for the mental health benefits.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Beautiful.